Yeah, go walk through.
Good evening and welcome in to another edition of the walkthrough. It is February 4th, 2026. We're right in the middle of basketball season. Austin Wiley here along with Brant King, and we're going to talk a little bit of Lady Giants and Gina Giant basketball tonight. I've got a great show planned for you. We're going to hear from Lady Giants head coach Garrett Hoffmeyer. We'll also hear from Giants head coach Matthew Whitman. And we'll hear from the Gina Giants seniors. We heard a couple weeks ago from the Lady Giants seniors, and we are expecting the Gina Giants seniors to come by, and we'll visit with them about their season so far. So we'll talk about Lady Giants here to start, kind of like we've done all the shows for basketball. Start with the ladies first, and Lady Giants are 18-7 on the season. They're currently ranked number 6 in the power ratings. Had a game last night. They traveled to Glenmora, and kind of talking to the coaches for the last couple of weeks, they were kind of worried about that Glenmora game because Glenmora is a smaller school and having to go to Glenmora, but they are a very good team, and they just were just kind of worried, maybe a trap game. They may get down there and you're worried about the district game on Friday night against Buckeye, but Glenmora got the victory 54-41. Aja Dorsey had 13 points. Jacqueline Brooks had 7 points. Amira Jones had 7 points, and Lily LaCroix had 6 points. And I don't know if it was really a trap game. The Lady Giants are dealing with an injury right now. Big injury to the leading scorer, Trinity Williams, and it's kind of affected them. That happened in the Tioga game last Thursday. Happened towards the end. Lady Giants lost that game to Tioga. They did bounce back and get a big win at Vidalia on that Friday night, but kind of dealing with some injuries and just kind of learning how to bounce back right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough loss without Trinity. I mean, she's a excellent player, and especially losing her down low, getting the rebounds, putting the shots back up on the in the basket. I mean, that's a tough loss, and she's definitely been missed the last couple of ball games, and hopefully she will be back healthy this Friday against Buckeye, a talented Buckeye squad in a tough district game, and hopefully Trinity's making a speedy recovery and we get her back.
And when we talk about losing Trinity, I mean, you got to think about we've already lost Sophie, and you're down 2 of your key players that you were expected to have this year, and the group around them. I mean, we've talked about how impressed we are last year and this year. These girls getting better, but there's going to come a time they've got to learn that they're seniors, Trinity and Sophie. So next year you're not going to have them, and you're kind of wondering who's going to be the player to step up and be the scorer or be the leader out there to kind of take over a game. And I think they're kind of learning that just a little bit earlier than they expected with these injuries. Good thing though, the Lady Giants are undefeated in district. Buckeyes undefeated in district. Last year, those two teams played for the district championship at Buckeye. Those two teams have been the top teams in the district last year and this year, and expecting a good one Friday night. We're really excited about that one. Kind of been excited since last year.
Yeah, great competitive ball game. Can't remember how the outcome was last year at their place.
They were lost by like around 12.
But it's always a competitive game against Buckeye. Always well coached. A lot of talented girls over there at Buckeye, and not only basketball but softball as well. But it's going to be a great game Friday night.
Yeah, it's developed in a pretty good rivalry. Both teams have some younger players or players that have been around a long time, and they've played each other a lot the last couple of years. We want to welcome in Lady Giants head coach Garrett Hoffmeyer. Coach, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How y'all doing this evening?
Good.
We're doing good. You doing all right?
I'm doing good, man. Just wish this game was over with, to be honest.
Well, y'all had a tough one last night at Glenmora. Wasn't able to be there, but we saw the score. Kind of talk about the game and tell us about that game.
Yeah, that's a rough one. We knew all year having to go to that Glenmora game. That was we had to circle it. We knew it would be a tough one. The gym is a tough place to play. They're very well coached. The Glenmora girls play very similar to Tioga, so we knew the matchup situation that would give us. And we beat them on that court last year. I know they would remember that, and I just knew it would be a good physical game, and it surely was. We missed some layups early in the game and just never really got in rhythm. And we got in rhythm, we was already in a hole and just couldn't get back out of it. Just a tough night on the road. And at this point of the season, you just got to figure out and learn how to win those games on the road. And we're still learning. It definitely stunk to lose that game, but I still think there's some stuff that we could take out of it so that game wasn't a failure. We're going to get better from it.
Well, you talked about the Tiger game and the Tiger team. You had a tough injury at the end of that game. Trinity Williams went down, and as far as I know, she hasn't played since then, correct?
No, she hasn't played since then, and we hoping maybe we'll get her back in practice at some point this week. Maybe we have her Friday, maybe we don't. Still waiting to see. We're not going to risk nothing further. She's a young lady that has a promising career in softball and everything else. We're not going to risk an injury over a game or furthering an injury. So we're going to do what's right. We're going to listen to the parents. We're going to listen to the doctors, and we'll make a right decision on that. But we're not going to rush anything. We got a lot more basketball to play after Friday night.
Well, we'll talk about the team learning to play without Trinity, your leading scorer, because y'all got a big win at Vidalia without her. But then, you lose at Glenmore, but the team trying to figure out, how to play without her on the floor.
Well, we all know Trinity is a big piece of it, but the thing with basketball, the thing with sports and pretty much everything else, everybody has roles. And whenever one person goes down, those roles have to be almost kind of like reassigned. Somebody has to fill those spots in. And that's the part that becomes a challenge, is replacing production and replacing roles, whereas the leadership job on the court, talking, communicating, all that stuff. So losing her was a big deal because we had other girls that tried to step up, and I think that was part of the problem last night at Glenmore. There's a void, so you got so many girls are trying so hard to fill in that gap. So now they're breaking their own characteristics to try to fill it instead of just letting things kind of naturally fall in their place. And that's just some of the challenges you get when you get injured players. We went through that at the beginning of the year when Sophie went down. We went to Westlake still trying to figure out things, and boy, they put it on us too. And it's just part of it, is trying to figure out roles and reassign positions and just covering those gaps in leadership and all that stuff. So missing Trent is a big part of it. It just creates a big domino effect throughout the whole roster.
Well, Coach, talk a little about a player like Aja Dorsey and just her development from a year ago.
Well, hey, look, Aja Dorsey she's a special young lady, super talented. I don't think we have seen the best of Aja Dorsey yet. And I don't think Aja Dorsey even knows the potential that she can actually reach to. She can play any position on the court once she makes her mind up to go and do it. She has a beautiful outside shot. She can get in the paint and create and score. She can handle the ball well for a girl with her length. It's been fun watching Aja develop. It's been fun watching Aja get to this point, but I can't wait for her to take that next step forward, because when she does, she's going to be a nightmare on the court for her opponents. There's no doubt about it. So proud of that young lady. She competes hard.
We've had a couple of tough losses. The Tioga game, which is Tioga and Glenmore are good teams that you're going to learn from that. That's good to get you ready for the playoffs. But what's it going to take to get the girls back on track? We talk about Aja. We talk about a lot of these girls that are young, even though some of them played last year, but they're still young. A lot of sophomores that get a lot of playing experience. What's it going to take to kind of get them, back on track, back in the routine ahead of the playoffs?
To move on. And the message has been pretty straightforward all year long, is that when we have setbacks, let's take what we learn from it, don't repeat those mistakes, and just kind of move forward with it. And that's basically all it's going to take. One of our team values is actually Go Fish, that we adopted from Ted Lasso. Great TV show. Anybody wants to watch it. But it talks about the happiest animals because that's the shortest memory. And us forgetting about and not becoming a handicap because of our memory hanging on to those losses and then bouncing back and moving forward. We have done it this year after hard games, even games that we didn't play our best and got the win. We have been able to move forward with it, and that's what it's going to take. Is taking all those mistakes, our frustrations with Glenmore, taking the stuff that we need to improve on, and working to not repeat those mistakes. And I'm pretty sure, I know these girls are ready to take the next step forward and continue growing.
Well, we've got a great matchup Friday night at home against Buckeye. And last year, these two teams played for a district championship. Kind of talk about the matchup Friday night.
I think this will be a great game. I think everybody in our district knew it would come down to fight tonight for our district, and I think both teams have played up to it. They have had a great year so far, and I think we had a great year so far, and it's only fitting that we're able to play for it. I wish we could play them twice this year. I wish the district schedule allowed for a home and away game, just get that old rivalries back going. But I think Friday's going to be a good night. I don't think it's going to be easy to win for anybody. We're going to go out and play hard. They're going to come out and play hard, and I think it's going to be a good game. I really do.
Yeah, I expect them to bring some fans over. I mean, there's a lot of hype around their girls program and their boys program as well, too. But our fans really need to come out and fill the gymnasium, because Buckeye's going to bring some people because they know it's for the district championship.
Yeah, it's going. Buckeye's going to bring. They're going to travel. They ain't that far of a travel. We traveled well last year to their place, and I know they're going to return it this year. I expect to pay some pretty good bills, quite a bit of bills this Friday with that gate. It's going to be a good night. They're going to show up, and we need all of Gina to show up. But don't just show up. Be loud. Be supportive. We don't need bashing of the officials and everything else. We need to support the athletes on the court and encourage them from play to play. Just encourage them, and keep that energy very positive in that gym. That's what our girls are going to need on Friday night.
Well, Coach, thanks for visiting with us tonight, and we'll see you Friday night, and good luck.
Thank y'all so much for what y'all do.
Thank you. Lady Giants head coach Garrett Hoffpire. Yeah, going to be a good one Friday night. I mean, last year I remember we were disappointed when we walked out of that gym, but I remember thinking, hey, next year they got to come to Gina. Right. And I expect it to be a good one. I think Buckeye's on like a 12-game winning streak right now. Real quick, we'll go through the district standings. Gina and Buckeye both at 4-0 in district. Gina 18-7 overall. Buckeye 18-6 overall. Gina is at number 6 in the power ratings in their division. Buckeyes at number 5. After those two teams, you got Bunkie and Vidalia at 2-2 in district. Marksville at 2-3. Caldwell 1-4, and Bolton 0-5. Top 10 for the power ratings on the girls' side in Division 3 non-select. Number 1, French Settlement. Number 2, Oak Grove. Number 3, Westlake. I really expect those three teams you could put them as the top 3 teams in the playoffs right now. I don't think anybody's going to pass them. I don't think they're going to pass each other. I think that's going to be the top 3. Ville Platte, Springfield, number 4, Ville Platte, number 5, Springfield, number 6, Gina. Those 3 we're all pretty close to each other. And depending on how the season finishes out, I mean, you could see Gina anywhere from number 4 to being at 5 or 6. So, and I really think any of those teams are so close to each other. Now, after that, I don't see any of those 3 teams falling to number 7 because it's kind of a margin there between 6 and 7. Then you got number 7, Doyle, number 8, Mansfield, number 9, Church Point, and number 10, Richwood. Those teams, they'll probably move around a little bit. Last night, Basile, I think Basile beat Bolton 58-42. I think I have that on there wrong. Caldwell lost the Family Community 63-59. And then you heard us talk about the Gina and Glenmora game. On Friday, Bolton will be at Bunkie. Buckeye will be at Gina. Vidalia will be at Caldwell. And Rosepine will be at Marksville. And that's pretty much everything we've got for Lady Giants. Anything else you got to add there?
Yeah, I'm excited for the game Friday night. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere, and definitely, I mean, if you're you're going to be around, be at that ball game and cheer on the Lady Giants because it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, Buckeyes, their team they pretty much brought back everybody. I don't know if they had a senior on the team last year, but their starting five will be the same from last year. The players that'll come off the bench will be the same. So these two teams very familiar with each other. Lady Giants have played well at home this year. Should be a good one. It's Friday night. Everybody come out, cheer on Lady Giants. And it's going to be good games on the girls' side and boys' side. So come in and stay for the boys' game as well. I'm excited about Friday night. Going to be two good games. Going to be exciting to watch. So we're going to take a break right here. And when we come back, we will have the hopefully the Gina Giants seniors in the house. You're listening to The Walkthrough, 1.7 KJNA.
When you need an expert, you call one, whether it's a doctor, a lawyer, or your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. There's one in every parish to help you protect what's important to you and your family, because protecting the people of Louisiana is what's important to us. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. Visit lafarmbureau.com to find a local agent and ask for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote. That's lafarmbureau.com. Make contact with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent today.
Welcome back into the walkthrough. Austin Wiley here along with Brant King, and we're now joined by a few of the Gina Giants seniors. Still waiting on two more guys to get here. But we got Zach and Xavier Brown and Titan Smith have joined us. So we'll go ahead and start talking to them. We had the Lady Giants seniors on a couple weeks ago. Y'all had senior night, and now we've got you guys in. But been excited about this year for y'all because y'all have been a big part of the program since your freshman year. I feel like y'all have been some key players on the team since y'all are freshmen. Y'all seen the program go from not winning very many games to y'all been to the playoffs 2 years in a row. Going to try to make it 3 years in a row this year. Just kind of talk about what you've learned from your 4 years and where you think you have improved the most, either in basketball or just as just a person. And y'all each can answer that. Whoever wants to go first. Go ahead, Titan. You got it.
From freshman year, really did. I started out on JV, so I had to get a lot better in about a bunch of different areas. So playing a lot of games. In the past 4 years, I've grown a lot, especially like in a leader role. Especially being here 4 years, being a senior now, it's like really got to step it up for the guys younger than us and just make an impact for the program.
Titan, kind of talk about, because you said you started out with JV, and last year was your first year to start?
Well, sophomore year, I got thrown in there. I started a few games, but then really last year I started.
What do you think was the biggest thing that made it to where you went from being on JV to being a starter and getting a lot of playing time on varsity? Like, what was the difference for you? What do you think changed to get you that playing time?
I did have to put a lot of work in for it. I picked up my offensive game a lot better, but especially the defensive end. I started playing a lot better on that end of the floor and got that.
I feel like with Coach Whitman, if you don't play defense, you're not going to be able to play.
If you can't play defense.
Yeah, I mean, like, you might not can score, but if you can play some defense, he's going to find a spot for you. He's big on defense.
Yes, sir.
Zach, Xavier, which one wants to first? Talk about just how much you improved and what you think you improved in the most, maybe as a player or just overall, whatever you think.
I improved in like a whole bunch of spots, like my leadership, offense, defense, just everywhere.
Talk about the difference as a freshman. I mean, because you started as a freshman. I'm sure you remember it had to be hard because y'all are the young guys.
Yes, sir.
Y'all are the guys that everybody kind of wanted to beat up on in district, and now y'all are the top guys in district. Kind of talk about the difference from being a freshman to now being a senior. You've got that experience. You kind of know how to handle different teams, different players.
But through each year, it really helped me like just understand the game. And my freshman year, I had a lot of turnovers. It was hard to get past half court, and I had to improve on that. And it's just become a leader, and I don't know.
All right, Zach, you ready?
I say I improved on bringing the ball up the court and being a leader, and that's it.
Zach, is it just me, or you've been like you can score? You've been a starter since your freshman year, but to me this year, when I would see they put on Facebook whether y'all win or lose, and then they put like who scored points. And this year, I kept saying, like, man, Zach Brown led the team in points. Did it again. Do you feel like you've gotten better as a scorer this year compared to last year?
Yeah, most definitely.
Is it more like driving to the basket, getting points, or just being able to shoot the ball? What's been the difference?
I improved on my shooting and getting to the paint, and getting to the free throw line and everything like that.
Titan, talk about the season up to this point and how you guys feel about where you're at right now in the rankings.
Right now, we're 11-3.
Yeah,
that's like best record we've had up to this point. Past 4 years we've been playing, so I feel pretty good about where we're gonna go, how deep we'll make it, and we just do our job. We can do it. We're very capable.
So, are y'all happy with where y'all are at right now? So you talking about that's one of the best records y'all have had. Is it kind of where you expect it to be? 11-3. I think y'all are at number 12 in the power ratings, but you got some big games ahead. You got a chance to really get a lot of power points and move up. Is that kind of what y'all expected at this point, being your senior year?
Yes, sir. Every year we've got a little bit better. So up to this point, that's what we expect. And we still got a few more big games we got to pick up to get us in an even better spot so that we can do what we need to do.
Y'all may not want me to bring this up, but the Bunkie game. I thought the Bunkie game, we really wanted that game because we hadn't beat them. It was a big game. We got the loss. What have y'all learned from the Bunkie game going forward now that can make you better as far as a team, trusting each other? Kind of talk about what y'all have learned from the loss to Bunkie. Anybody? Let me ask you, I felt like y'all wanted that game bad, didn't you? Because you hadn't beat them. But did you feel like y'all might have wanted it, like you made it more a bigger deal than what it really was?
Oh, yes, sir. I think we definitely should have beat them 100%. And then with Buckeye turning around and beating them, it makes us just want to beat Buckeye too.
Because in the end, I mean, you want to beat them, but it's not like that was the championship game.
Yes, sir.
Like the season's still going on. It's not a playoff game. You wanted to beat them more for pride and stay undefeated in district, but in the end, it's not that big a deal.
Yes, sir.
You still got the rest of your year.
Talk about the matchup with Glen Mora last night. You guys come away with a victory there.
It was a pretty tough game. We finished. That was the biggest part, was finishing that game. We had 3 good practices in a row, so I think that really helped us toughen out that win.
Had you guys played Glen Mora in the past seasons?
We played Glen Mora last year.
How did them games go?
We beat them.
I think y'all kind of blew them out last year. It wasn't close like last night.
So Glen Mora's gotten a little bit better?
They had 2 pretty good players that could get to the rim, and number one from them, he could shoot the ball. He could get to the rim.
It's kind of a weird gym to play in, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Like a smaller gym. I was watching it on film. It seemed like an odd place to play. You mentioned Buckeye beating Bunkie, and now y'all want to beat Buckeye. That's a big game for y'all. No matter if they beat Bunkie or not, Buckeye has a lot of wins. If you get this win, it's going to give y'all a lot of power points. Kind of talk about the Buckeye game and what y'all are expecting Buckeye to do against y'all just from watching film.
They play really hard. They've done switched up some stuff that they do. They can shoot the ball. They take charges. They do all that. But at the end of the day, we are better than them. We should beat them if we do our job.
I know football is a sport you watch film and break down film. Is basketball about the same way you guys watch film during the week?
Yes, sir. We watch a lot. For every game we watch film. We know everything that's coming, every single game. We know how to guard everything.
You talked about Buckeye switching some things up. Kind of talk about what is it? Like, what did they change up that they normally do?
Well, this year they play a lot of man. They play man just like us. In the past, they played a bunch of zone and all that. But now they switched up to man, and that's where, on our offensive end, whenever somebody plays us man, that's where we strive.
Well, I watched a little bit of film on them. It looks like they don't have much size. Is that why they're probably playing man? Like,
probably
because
they had some tall guys in the past.
Yeah, and they don't really have. It doesn't look like they have many tall guys.
They've got one bigger, stockier boy out there, but
yeah, I wonder if they maybe like with playing that zone. If you don't have size, you can kind of just throw it over people, and you can find guys under the basket a little bit easier. But maybe they're quicker, maybe than normal. They feel like they can stay with y'all man to man.
They can't.
But I did notice. What is it? It was one kid that could shoot. What's it, number 3 or number 1?
I know number 3 can.
Yeah. He made some shots, and a little bit I watched, just kind of looking ahead. Well, y'all think Zadrian and Gus gonna come? Well, y'all tell Zadrian we were gonna talk about. Well, he's going to college, Southwest Mississippi, huh? Gonna play football though, right? Tell him congratulations. If he wants to come by another day, we'll talk about it. Are y'all looking to go to college, try to play anything, or just go to college in general? Go to work. That's good too. Titan. Not sure. I understand. I remember. I think this time of year when I was a senior, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Still got a lot of time, so we appreciate y'all joining us. Enjoyed watching y'all. Excited about Friday night. Excited. I think it's gonna be a big game. Y'all got some big games coming up because next Friday we got Marksville, so gonna be fun. The next 2 Fridays, everybody comes out and makes it a good atmosphere. Give them a good show to watch. So appreciate y'all and have enjoyed watching y'all over the years and good luck. Good luck Friday night. We'll be there to cheer y'all on. So thanks, guys.
If you see Zadrian and Gus out there, send them on in.
Yeah. You tell Gus Morphus we want to talk to him. We'll give them a minute. We'll see. They may be locked out there. Don't look like it. So we'll take a break right here. When we come back, we'll hear from Gina Giants head coach Matt Whitman. You listen to the walkthrough 1.7 KJN.
Louisiana is strong. It's hard work and determination. It's never giving up. It's being there for family, friends, and neighbors because you gave them your word. It's celebrating life's good times and standing tall when times are tough. You call this great state home, and so do we. We're headquartered here with a presence in every parish to better serve you. We're Louisiana's insurance company, Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Welcome back into the walkthrough. Austin Wiley here along with Brant King. We just heard from seniors Titan Smith and Zach and Xavier Brown. Kind of talked about the season so far. and their thoughts on the matchup on Friday. We now want to welcome in Gina Giants head coach Matt Whitman. Coach, you there?
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Man, it's going good. Y'all doing okay?
Good. We're doing good. You guys escaped Glenmore last night with a close victory. Kind of tell us about the game.
Yeah, we did. We didn't play our best basketball. I think we shot 1 for 17 from 3. Defensively, at times we were okay. At times we kind of didn't play our best basketball, just to be blunt about it. But you're not always going to. And I've had mentors tell me in the past that, sometimes you're going to have 4, 5, 6 games a year where you go in and you just don't play your best basketball, and you got to figure out a way to win those games because, at the end of the day, when the box score comes out, it doesn't say, well, Gina won or Gina lost, but they didn't play their best game. It just says they won or they lost. And we didn't, and you got to find a way to win those games. And we didn't play our best basketball, but the guys, toughed it out, figured it out, and found a way to win. That's the most important part.
Well, it seemed like, just from looking at the box score, that even though y'all didn't shoot well from outside, you still got your big guys down low. Zadrian Cooper, 26 points. Daniel Hatcher, 10 points. Always good to have those two, where if you're not scoring from outside, you still got those guys to throw it down to down low.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much got whatever we wanted inside, and we knew we were going to be able to do some of that. Just the matchup kind of dictated it. That was going to be our advantage. And Zadrian took advantage of it. He shot 12 of 14 from the field last night, which is really, really good. He dominated inside, and Baby D had a bunch of just little plays. He had a couple of rips on the baseline where he got layups in timely spots, an offensive rebound put back in a timely spot. And so, yeah, I mean, the bigs were cooking last night, as they say, and they were our advantage, and we took advantage of it.
Well, last time we talked to you, we were getting ready for the Bunkie game. It was a big game coming up, had a tough loss. Kind of talk about the team, how you feel like they have responded from that game, because I think y'all have had a couple wins. Y'all hadn't had a loss since that game. Kind of talk about how the team has bounced back from that.
Yeah, anytime you take a tough one like that against a good team, I don't want to take anything away from Bunkie. Ron Patterson is as talented as it gets in our district, and he's got some good pieces around him. Coach Newton does a good job. Anytime you play a good team, it's going to be tough. Another night where we didn't shoot the ball particularly well, and we still gave ourselves a chance to win the game defensively. We actually had a 4-point lead late in the third quarter, early in the fourth quarter, I think. And just they made a couple shots down the stretch, and we didn't. And so, it was a tough one. But, sometimes, you learn more about yourself, from a loss to a win sometimes, because it causes you to kind of refocus and hone in on some things you need to fix. And we try to do that. Against Vidalia, we had a little gap because of the ice. But then, this past Friday night against Vidalia, we held Vidalia to 29 points. And anytime you do that, that's really, really good work on the defensive end. And so I think we've kind of focused there because that's kind of always been our calling card. Even when we've had scoring droughts, we've always been able to guard you. And I think we kind of refocused there. And on offense, even when we struggle to shoot the ball, we're going to try to get the ball inside and take advantage of our size and length. So we've definitely refocused, and the guys are ready to roll for Friday.
Well, let's talk about Friday. You got a big one. Buckeye comes to town. it's not only big as far as district, y'all both 3-1, but it's just big in as far as y'all season because of how many wins Buckeye has. A big opportunity for y'all to pick up a big win to help with the PowerPoints.
Yeah, man, it's huge. I don't want people to think, maybe that, from our side that haven't been paying attention to Buckeye, because they struggled a little bit last year, that it's the same Buckeye team, because it's definitely not. People know from listening to me on here and in other places how much respect I have for Coach Kluzacek and the job he does. He does a phenomenal job over there. And they're 17-5. They're ranked number 10. As last time I checked, they're ranked number 10 in Division II Select, and we're number 11 in Division III Non-Select. And so you got, for lack of a better way to say it, basically 2 top 10 teams in their division. Going to go at it in a district matchup that one of us is going to win and still have a shot at a share of a district championship, and the other one's not. And then, thinking past district, there's huge PowerPoints on the line for both of us. A win by either team gets you 50+ PowerPoints, and that is massive. And so it's a big game any way you slice it, any angle you look at it. It's a huge game, and it's one we got to go try to get.
Yeah, I mean it's a very winnable game. Buckeye is improved, but it's a game that y'all match up well as well. And like you said, I mean 17 wins, being able to pick up 50 points, that could be the difference in y'all being right outside the top 10 and being in that top 10 and getting a better playoff seed.
Yeah, I told the guys the day after practice when we left, the difference is probably with a win, you're looking at potentially maybe 2 home games in the playoffs, depending on how things shake out, before you would get to the quarterfinals and probably have to go on the road, depending on upsets or not. Whereas, a loss, you're not going to really drop, you're not going to lose points, but, barring, us just having an unbelievable finish, you're looking at maybe 1 home game with a loss Friday night. So, positioning is huge. And I mean, it's going to be a stylistic clash, for sure, from the standpoint of, Buckeye is going to try to shoot a bunch of threes and we're going to try to hammer them inside. So, it's going to be a style clash a little bit. People say styles make fights, and we'll see, whoever can impose their will a little bit and do what they want to do will be who comes out on the better end of that.
Talking to the guys before having you on, Titan kind of mentioned he felt like Buckeye maybe playing a little bit different than what you normally see. Would you agree with that? That normally they have a couple of big players down low. They can play a zone, and if you get past the guards, well, then you got the bigs there to block your shot, or they can work the ball inside and out. Is it this year they're more of just a kind of a guard-oriented team staying out around the three-point line?
Yeah, I mean, they're guard heavy. It's offensively, they're very, very similar to what they did last year. I don't think a ton. As I've started to watch film, there are a few wrinkles. There always are. But some of the same concepts offensively. But I do think they're a little bit more guard oriented. They're quicker than they were last year, which probably leads to the man-to-man stuff, which people don't realize, except for the last couple of years. Coach Kluzacek played man forever, and he kind of mixed in some zone the last few years because of his personnel, but they're kind of back to playing man, similarly to the way we do. They switch a lot of things because their personnel is very much the same, as far as being a lot of guards, and so he's went back man some, and it's sparked them. It has sparked them. They shoot the ball better than they did last year. All of their guards can really dribble, pass, and shoot. And so it makes them really tough to guard. I mean, it's not, like I said, I hope people, come out and support not just our girls, but us as well. I think, it's going to be 2 really good games, but you got a really, really good Buckeye boys team. So it should make for a great game.
Yeah, to me, there's no reason for people not to come and watch both games. I think both games, you're going to have an exciting product on the floor. Going to be up and down. Going to be fun to watch. It should be 4 teams that are going to be in the playoffs. They're playing well. No reason not to be there, not to have the gym packed out. And like we talked with Coach Hoffmeyer about, Buckeye's going to show up. So if Gina doesn't show up, Buckeye may take over the gym. So we got to get our Gina fans there.
Yeah, they always travel well. I mean, this is my 11th year doing this, and anywhere I've been, whether it be as a head coach or an assistant, anytime Buckeye was on the schedule, you can just about bet that they're going to travel really, really well. And Coach Hoffmeyer is right. They're gonna have enough fans for it to be a home atmosphere for them. So we have to do the same to give our girls and guys that home court advantage that we should have. And like you said, it's 4 really good basketball teams going to be on the floor that can all make deep runs into March. And, if you're a fan of watching really good, clean high school athletics of 4 really well-coached basketball teams, there's not going to be anything sloppy. It's going to be, well-coached basketball, fun to watch. So no reason not to come watch it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, and really appreciate you joining us tonight, and good luck Friday night. We'll be there.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all very much.
Gina Giants head coach Matt Whitman. Yeah, I've been excited about this one because you could tell Buckeye is playing well. They're getting better and better, and it should be a good matchup.
I just always enjoy playing Buckeye. It's just usually a great game between the two. Coach Morey does a great job.
Yeah.
A well-coached team. The fundamentals of basketball are there. And it's just a game I've always enjoyed over the years.
Yeah, he's a very good coach.
Yeah.
Because Buckeye's not going to have the greatest basketball talent to pull from, but he always has guys out there that can play some basketball because he's a great coach. And he's got them playing well right now. Like Coach Whitman said, they're 17-5. They're number 10 in Division II Select. The big thing for us, they're 3-1 in district. They beat Bunkie, but they lost to Marksville. We are 3-1. So if we beat Buckeye, and then next week we beat Marksville, well, you're talking about district championship then.
Championship on the line then, yeah. Let's go go ahead. Stats from Glenn Moore last night where the Giants picked up the win 55-53. Xavier Cooper had 26 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks in the game. Daniel Hatcher with 10 points. Xavier Brown with 6 points. Go through the District 2-3A standings. Marksville leads the district right now, 20-4 overall, 5-0. Number 1 non-select Division 3. Buckeye 17-5, 3-1. Gina 11-3, 3-1 right now. Number 12 in the power ratings. Bunkie 9-8, 2-2 in district play. Caldwell 11-8, 1-4 in district. Vidalia 5-18, 1-3 in district play. Bolton 4-20, 0-4 District 2-3A.
It looks like on the boys' side that we're probably gonna get 5 teams into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Between Division 3 non-select, Division 2 select. We'll go through the power ratings. Top 10 in Division 3 non-select. Number 1 is Marksville. Marksville, every week I'm impressed by who they're playing and that they're either beating them or it's a close game. This past weekend they played in the Peabody coach. I think it's Charles Smith Classic at Peabody. They played Madison Prep, who I think is number 1 in Division 2 Select. They had a lead at halftime, ended up losing the game by, I think, 3, maybe 5 points. But they have Marksville has played everybody. They have not been afraid of anybody. They have beaten some good teams. They beat Ash. It's just been impressive. They beat Avoyelles this week on Tuesday, 83-52, and Avoyelles is ranked number 7 in our division. So top 10 matchup there, and they just destroyed them. But Marksville is impressive. They are on a mission. They're a very fun team to watch. But they're at number 1. Madison at number 2. Madison, I think, only has 1 loss on the season. Very good team up there in Northeast Louisiana. Number 3, Doyle. Number 4, Donaldsonville. Number 5, Red River. Red River was in the Final Four last year in our division. Number 6, Mamou. Number 7, Avoyelles. Last year, Avoyelles and Marksville played in the quarterfinals, and it was a close game. Marksville ended up getting the win, but it was a very close game. And when they played Tuesday, people kind of thought, can Avoyelles hang with them? And Marksville showed them, no, not really.
I guess Benjamin's kind of the difference maker this year.
I think him and his dad, him as a player, and then his dad is just a very good coach.
Yeah.
Just that combination to mix in with, I've always been impressed with this group of, I think they're juniors now, or for Marksville, because you got Lavallee, who's kind of the star. You hear a lot about him, but Dane Small, who used to run around the court here, Coach Christy Small's nephew, we used to see him run around when she was coaching girls basketball, but he, to me, is a very underrated player for Marksville. I told Coach Whitman last year, we talked about him. He's a guy that you're not going to see score a lot of points, but if anything's going wrong with Marksville, he's the one that's going to go get the ball, settle everything down. He's going to get a stop on defense. If they're in a scoring drought, he's going to go make a bucket, get a layup, make a shot. He is just a smart player, and he always gets them in the right situation. And he's the one I'm most impressed with. It's like, it doesn't matter who they're playing. If something bad's happening, he settles it down. And then you got just a lot of players around them that can shoot from outside, can play good defense. And when you add somebody like Armani Benjamin to it, it just makes them, almost unbeatable. So it's going to be fun to watch and see what they do in the playoffs. Number 8, Green Oaks. Number 9, St. Helena. We saw them in football this year. Number 10, French Settlement. This morning, Gina was at number 11. When I left to come up here, they were at number 12. So Gina's very close from going 11 to 12. But looking at the PowerPoints, if Gina takes care of business from 7 to 12 from where they're at, there's not that big of a gap that, if Gina gets some big wins, they could, climb up in the top 10. So it'll just depend on kind of how the season falls out. Games from last night, Basile beat Bolton 58-49. Caldwell beat Family Community 64-32. Gina beat Glenmore 55-53. Bunkie beat Oakdale 59-29. And then we talked about Marksville beating Avoyelles 83-52. Friday night, the schedule is Bolton is at Bunkie, Buckeye is at Gina, and Vidalia is at Caldwell. And I say that, and I'm thinking, I thought Marksville might have had a big game this weekend, but I can't remember what it was. It just seemed like every week that they play, they're playing somebody big. So I did see just kind of, it's not as far as our division. Ruston played Faraday. Faraday was kind of a team that's getting some hype because they had a great record. They're in Division 4 non-select, the division below us. Ruston put it on them pretty good, and I think showed just the gap between Division 1 and Division 4.
Yeah, but Ruston's another team. They've played everywhere as well, even out of state.
Yeah. I've been impressed this year seeing all the different teams. That Charles Smith Classic has some good games. I think Ash and David Thibodeau played. David Thibodeau down there in New Orleans area. And then you have Madison Prep and Marksville. Tioga, I think, beat Northside. It was some good games. And you've seen all these good teams playing each other. It's been either Sinaloa teams going north or going down south, or the south teams coming up to the north. It's been kind of like football, where we've been surprised at all these big games. Nobody's afraid to play each other because they know it just makes you better for the playoffs. It's been fun to watch. So, going to be a big one, though, Friday. Buckeye at Gina for girls and boys. Girls will start at 6 o'clock. The way it's been kind of going, the boys' game normally starts about 7:30, kind of around that time. So, we will be there. We'll have it on the air. Excited about it. Both games. Lady Giants playing for a district championship. Giants are trying to keep their district championship hopes alive. But really, Gina's just playing for some big wins to help them in PowerPoints. So I'm excited about that. And it's just going to be a fun game. Be a good game to watch on both sides, I believe. So you got anything else?
All good.
We'll be back next Wednesday, recapping this week and then getting you ready for another big game next Friday night. So join us next Wednesday as we'll be back here on the walkthrough and keeping you updated on what these two teams are doing, because it's not long. I think for the girls, next week is their final week, and I think the boys will have another week before their season ends, and then you start talking about playoffs. So, I mean, it just seems like basketball goes a bit faster with as far as getting to the playoffs. You pretty much got January and then February. It's a short month. It goes pretty fast. So it won't be long. We'll be talking about playoffs, and both these teams look like they're going to be in the playoffs. So next week we'll kind of be able to kind of get a better idea on the girls, and then the boys. They still got about a couple weeks left. So we'll kind of see how that goes for them. So we'll have all that covered, all the playoff games here on the air. So really appreciate Coach Hoffmeyer and Coach Whitman calling in tonight. Also appreciate Zach and Xavier Brown and Titan Smith for joining us as well. It was good to hear from them. Always appreciate Zoe Williams for being here, running that computer behind the scenes, and appreciate Brant King being here. Good to have him. Missed him last time.
Yeah, that's right.
So I hope everybody has a good rest of the week. Friday night, 6 o'clock, you can hear Buckeye at Gina, but I'd much rather you be there. So be at the gymnasium. Let's pack it out. Let's be loud. Let's be loud for the kids. It's all about the kids. Support them, being loud, cheering them on. That's the whole point of having a home court advantage is we're cheering the players, not worried about referees, not worried about anything that's happening on the sideline, cheering on the players, being loud. If the other team's shooting a free throw, be loud. Make it tough. Make it tough on them when they're on offense. That's the whole point of having a good home court. So let's do that on Friday night. For Brant King, I'm Austin Wally. You've been listening to the Walkthrough 1.7 KJNA. Good night, everybody.